Good afternoon, welcome to Manchester United's Carrington training centre for the opening round of the Premier League Cup. Darren Fletcher's Reds made it all the way to the final last year. They'll be hoping for similarly successful run during this campaign. Charlton are the visitors today, a side that romped to the Under-18s Professional Development League title last season. A stern test for United's youngsters today. Delighted that alongside me for this Under-18s game, Arthur Albiston. We have been in this commentary box more than once together, Arthur, and this Under-18 side for the last few years have been the great entertainers, haven't they?
They have, Liam. Excellent to watch from the word go last season, right from the beginning. They started sort of scoring goals, getting results, and it was a joyful season all round.
Yeah, much changed actually. We've got a lot of the Under-18s from last season that have progressed up to the Under-21s. They had a brilliant game last night and a great 5-0 win for them, which means a lot of new faces inside this Manchester United side. But that's the nature at this level, Arthur. It's that constant churn, the youngsters coming in, the older ones progressing up to be in their second year at the Under-18s before they then move on to the 21s.
That's exactly it. It's a progressive thing to just conveyor belt, really. The players hopefully pushing forward all the time, and we saw looking further up the scale. These young lads look towards the first team squad, and they see that the emergence of young players that played in these games 2-3 seasons ago, and they're now knocking on the first team door to get in the first team squad.
I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago that this Under-18 side went all the way to the final of this competition last year, lost out to Palace in the end, but that will be a great experience for the older heads in the squad to have gone through that and know what they're facing in this competition this season.
Exactly that, yeah. Harshly done by in that Palace game, but the progress they made and the experience they got is invaluable.
Let's take a look at the two sides set to contest this one in the Premier League Cup. We will start with Manchester United. They lost 1-0 to Manchester City at the weekend. Not too many changes here. Hardy continues in goal. Back four from right to left of Yor Halafu, one of the older heads, alongside Rafe McCormack, who will captain the side today. Conor Laurie and Jacob Watson make up the back four. Shah, another one of the more experienced Under-18s, alongside Carrick in midfield. And then that front four, left-hand side De Jong Seros, Junior Brown on the right, and Camacho behind Mpofu, who leads the line. Really strong team and lots of attacking talent in there with some of the youngsters, some of the first-year academy graduates that have come into the side as well. Also experience on the bench in the likes of McAvoy and Bradbury, should Manchester United need them.
Yeah, strong side, and hopefully they can do the business today.
Yeah, and this is how we think Charlton will line up. Played a back three for the majority of last season, so Williams in goal, Mafuti, Randall and Jones-Larty across the back. Wing back on the right hand side, Laronde. On the left is Richmond, Christian and Fleming in the centre of midfield, and then an attacking front three, Podgorny, Jeche and Peterkin, who leads the line. It's a side that Manchester United won't have come up against previously. As I've mentioned, they've been playing in the Under-18s Professional Development League, which is the next stage down from the Under-18s Premier League North. A side that will definitely give Manchester United a challenge, especially given that they ran to the title last year.
That's exactly it. They don't come up against Charlton that often, and it's a good test for them. They're coming up against players that they've never played against before, so hopefully they can get a positive result, and as it's a cup competition, you just get one bite of the cherry. Yeah,
one of those to keep an eye on is Casper Podgorny, who is in his second year with the Under-18s at Charlton and certainly knows where the back of the net is, so we will wait and see what he has to offer. Meanwhile, players on their way out here, and Darren Fletcher taking charge of his second game of the season. First game coming up against Manchester City, a narrow defeat there. He'll be looking to bounce back as quickly as possible, Arthur.
That's exactly it. Unfortunately, not the right result the weekend, but they can bounce back right away and hopefully have a good run in this cup competition.
We say it all the time, but the real important factor here is about development. It's about giving these players the opportunity to learn their positions, to learn what it's going to take to move on to the next stage of their career as they go through into the Under-21s, potentially into the loan system, looking to, for some of them at least, break through into Manchester United's first team. But development is really the key.
That's exactly it. It's progression to give them experience at this level, and then hopefully in the next few seasons higher up the ladder.
High fives and handshakes then as Manchester United get themselves ready to take on a Charlton Athletic side, as I say, that won the Under-18s Professional Development League, topped the table of the South Division of that, and then went on to win the playoffs as well. So Manchester United will know that they've got a little bit of a stern test with plenty of new faces in and around this squad for Darren Fletcher. And it will be pretty much the same, won't it, Arthur, in terms of the way that Manchester United will play, the principles that Darren Fletcher will want to instill in this team. It'll be a continuation of what we saw last season rather than wholesale changes.
Exactly that, Liam. Just to make it an easy journey, an easier journey for these lads as they keep making progress over the next, hopefully, the next couple of seasons. And it's not a change for them to actually move up into 21s and then further up into the first team squad.
Yeah, this a lot of these players involved in Manchester United's under-16 successes in recent seasons as well. So it's a group that knows each other very well. They all went through, or many of them went through their receiving their jackets, their academy jackets, their scholarship jackets just a few weeks ago. If you haven't seen that ceremony, that's available for you on the Inside Carrington podcast on the Manchester United website and app, or on YouTube, or wherever else you get your podcasts from. If you'd like to watch that, we did a whole thing about it, and it's such a lovely way to welcome players into the club family and into the academy. We are going to switch things around here, so goalkeepers have got a long way to run. It's the worst thing in the world, isn't it, if you're a goalkeeper? You know you've got a 100-yard jog on before you've even started, as the players switch around. What will Manchester United want to see in the opening stages of the game, Arthur?
Just as normal, really. Get the ball down, all get a touch of the ball, and use the full width of the pitch, and hopefully can you get at your opponents and put them under pressure to see what they're made of.
Charlie Hardy joins the huddle from Derby County, now with Manchester United. Big shout of United as they get themselves ready to go. How much will the younger players in this team be relying on? We've just seen Junior Brown and Jarius Shah there, be relying on some of the older heads to help guide them through the beginning part of this season, Arthur?
Yeah, well, they'll train with them during the week, and they'll have played with them over the last sort of season or two, I'm sure. But the older lads can give their experience and help the younger lads, just like what they went through sort of a season or two before.
The way that the academy system works, the referee's just checking everything, and we are underway. Manchester United get us started in the Premier League Cup against Charlton Athletic. Rafe McCormack. Brown. Back to Halafu. The old Halafu, who plenty of games under his belt last season. Be looking to use that experience to his advantage during this campaign. Brown. Footwork from him. Sharp. Comes back to Halafu. Quick change of direction. Eased off the ball by Jeche. Down the left to Podgorny. Cross is blocked and away by Manchester United. Good defensive work. Pofu dispossessed, and it's out for a throw.
Yeah, he's done well holding the ball up there. He knows the tackle's coming in, and he gets his side up the pitch with a throw-in.
Early stages as these two sides feel one another out. Halafu with the throw. Pofu looking to bring that down, but stolen away by Mafuti. It goes all the way back to Logan Williams in the Charlton net. Rangy goalkeeper. Flicked header from Peterkin to the feet of Laurie. Tell a lie, that was Jacob Watson. This is Laurie. Yeah, a little nudge and the referee spots it, gives the free kick.
Good refereeing, right up on top of that.
Laurie, the centre-back, comes across. Halafu moves this on to the captain, McCormack. Right-hand side to Junior Brown. Strong tackle, knocks the ball out of play. Manchester United will receive the throw in there, taken quickly by the Australian-born Jarius Shah. It's a strong season for the under-18s last campaign. Made it all the way through to the final of the Premier League Cup, as we've mentioned. Also made it through to the Youth Cup final. Gave it a really good tilt in the under-18s Premier League North too. Junior Brown. Yul Halafu, back to Brown. Working hard here, Charlton, to keep Manchester United at bay. Carrick. Out to Watson. Down the line to De Jong Seros. Brown. Trying to find himself a yard of space. Back to Halafu. Sharing the ball well. Just trying to move a player or two out of position, but it's good defensive work from Charlton. They keep their shape, Arthur.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that. United playing the ball back and then across and having a go at the other side now. They've just set themselves up with sort of two banks of four and number 9 up front as well, sort of just lingering up there.
When we talk about the principles of this Manchester United under-18 side, this is what we're talking about: the ability to keep the ball, move it right to left, try and pull you out of his shape, and then take advantage.
You've got to have patience. You've just got to keep the ball moving and tire them out.
Camacho down the left, good cross, looking for Brown. Quite get on the end of it. Halafu takes over. Shah. Carrick. Rafe McCormack calmly. Again, Manchester United received the throw in. It's good defensive work from Charlton, but United are knocking on the door here, Arthur.
Yeah, they're just happy to get behind the ball and leave the ball with United, but you've just got to make sure you use it. Lots of games will be like this for these young lads, and I'm sure it's been like that in the sort of previous year or two when they've been brought up in the system here.
Strong running from Mpofu, good pass from Watson. And as De Jong Seros tries to escape, it is deflected away for the corner, which is taken quickly. Camacho there and helping out, gets on the end of this one. Pokes that through to JC Carrick, moved on. Back to Carrick on the edge of the box, but just too far ahead of him. And a good retreating tackle from Laurie to win the ball back for Darren Fletcher's side. Maybe set up the counter-attack with Junior Brown. Shah on the overlap, gets the cross in. That's going to be a corner.
Yeah, patient build-up again, using both sides of the field. That's exactly what you've got to do.
JC Carrick, who captains United's under-16s on tour to Hong Kong, the Milk Cup, Premier League Shield winner after beating Burnley. Just a bit too close, that one, to Logan Williams. Plucks it out of the sky. When you've got a keeper that's that tall with those long levers.
I was just going to say, he looks a giant.
Got to try and keep it away from him. It's good work again from Junior Brown. Up against Jones Larty, gets the cross in towards the back post, nodded back across, chance maybe. Well, as Camacho took the shot, there was definitely contact with his foot. He's gone down inside the Charlton box. The referee wasn't having that. There should have been a free kick for that. Gives it for that challenge on Peterkin.
Yeah, it just looks as if he got slightly impeded there as he was just getting ready to shoot. Hopefully he's okay.
I wonder whether it was one of those sort of block challenges where you take the strike and almost kick the bottom of the studs of the opposing player. Watson, Laurie, and now McCormack. Rafe McCormack finding a good pass down the right-hand side. Irishman's been with Manchester United since 8 years old. Already represented the Republic of Ireland at under-19s level. Here he is, the United skipper, out to the right, and Halafu. Junior Brown with the step-overs. Lovely bit of skill to get past the first one and the second one. Brilliant from Junior Brown, and a brilliant block too to get the ball away.
Well, he's done everything right there. Beat both his opponents comfortably. Just couldn't quite get the cross come short on target.
A blur of feet from Junior Brown. Watson. De Jong Seros. Back to Watson. And now Laurie. Yul Halafu. Well, the thought process from Jarius Shah was the right one, just couldn't quite send that into the path of Brown. Had a play for a throw-in.
Yeah, Brown had just moved infield a little bit there. Great run he had there. 2 nutmegs. The last tackle just stops his progress there.
Flicked on. Pofu gets there. Is he caught on the edge of the area? Referee says no. Keeps going though, Cameron and Pofu. JC Carrick calms everything down. Laurie to McCormack. Forward to Halafu. You'll see this quite a lot. Your Halafu joining in the centre of midfield as well as operating down the right-hand side. Brown. Pofu's right-footed effort is blocked. But it has gone from relatively even in the opening couple of minutes to one-way traffic for Manchester United. Just turned the intensity up, Arthur, and Charlton struggling to get out.
Yeah, just got the well on this right-hand side. Most of the plays come down here with Halafu and Brown. Just got to make sure they can get some service in for the strikers, give them a chance of maybe nicking a goal, because the play certainly deserves it at the moment.
Laronde had made the run, but couldn't be picked out. Through midfield, and Gorney. Back from Fleming to Mavuti. Good challenge that goes in on the far side of the field. Richmond unable to take the ball with him. Helped on down the right-hand side, and all of a sudden Charlton in a positive position. Richmond. Calmly done from Jones-Larty. It's it back to Randall. Drives the ball forward. Good challenge though, and maybe Manchester United can break. It's good running from Darren Fletcher's side. Options in the middle too. That's well read from Kit Fleming. Gets the ball away. Peterkin looks to hold it up, but good defensive work from Laurie to steal the ball back. And that's something that we saw an awful lot, we've seen an awful lot over the last 2 or 3 seasons, Arthur, is the relentless nature in which Manchester United hunt the ball down when they lose it.
Well, exactly it. When you're used to having the ball, you want to get it back if you get robbed of it. And they got it back very quickly there, and they can set themselves off on another attack.
Watson. Halafu with the over. McCormack. Brown, back to Halafu. On to Carrick. Out to Watson. On the front foot again. He's been attack-minded so far today, Jacob Watson. McCormack. Good ball out to Junior Brown. Junior Brown's going to win the corner.
Yeah, McCormack using the ball well there and zipping that out, hitting it fast to Brown, giving him a quick chance to hopefully get his opponent and wins his side of corner out of that.
It's actually good defending, isn't it, from Ruben Jones-Larty. Carrick near post delivery. Blocked away. Halafu brilliantly to get that back out to Carrick. McCormack. Pofu looks to dink that across. It is blocked again by Jones-Larty and out for another corner.
Again, the two lads on this right-hand side, Halafu and Brown, causing problems. Big striker and Pofu getting involved in that one.
Carrick's delivery back post this time. It was a teaser. Shaw was lurking at the back post, just couldn't direct the header goalwards. Chance for Coyote Peterkin to get away. One back. And if you're Charlton, you can't really afford to be giving the ball away. Manchester United will win it. But you can't afford to give it away, just inviting a little more pressure onto yourselves. McCormack. Brown comes infield. Halafu. Jarius Shah. With every moment that Manchester United spend in the defensive third of Charlton, the pressure just increases a notch, Arthur.
Exactly, yeah. They just got to keep using this ball and using the width of the pitch, really. This right-hand side, they've had a lot of joy here.
Charlton camped on the edge of their own penalty area. As Manchester United try and probe to find a way through. Take advantage of that slip. Halafu. Brown. Shah. Back to Junior Brown. Really struggling to get out here, Charlton. Manchester United refusing to give the ball up. Time's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. And a chance for them to clear their lines.
God, I'd like to know what he's been eating, the goalkeeper.
Some Weetabix, yeah. What have you made of the opening quarter of an hour, Arthur?
Just as what we expected, really. Charlton being encamped in their own 18-yard box and struggling to get out. United have used the ball really well. They've just got to make sure they get some attempts on target for the strikers. Get the balls into the box if they can a little bit earlier. Don't give Charlton a chance to get set up.
Brown to the byline, pulls it back. Met on the edge of the box by Watson. Chance for Carrick. Blocked and away. Wonder whether it might have been there for Jacob Watson to strike, but decided to give it to JC Carrick. His effort was blocked. To win the ball back, and here they come again. Camacho goes into the challenge, but bounces off Kit Fleming. Good turn from Podgorny. Ball out to the left, finds Ethan Jeche. First spell of possession that we've seen really for Charlton. They just try and force that into the edge of the penalty area by Harry Randall.
Yeah, you've got to try and hit them quick, push red shots up the field and try and not let them get set up again, Charlton, because they just filter back and get the two banks of four set up to defend.
Good running again. Delivery just a little too close to Williams, the goalkeeper. De Jong Seros just apologising to Mpofu. Was trying to wrap his boot around it and pull it back across the edge of the 6-yard box.
Yeah, just a little bit too close to the goalkeeper.
Camacho to McCormack. Junior Brown and Halafu. It's good running. Mpofu with the chance. Big save. Offside flag has gone up anyway. I tell you, Logan Williams has done very well to get anything on that at all.
Done really well. It looks as if he's going to burst the net there. Good play from McCormack, busting through with the ball, getting towards the edge of the box, getting into the box as well.
Players from Manchester United's women's first team making their way behind that goal. Their season underway against London City Lionesses on the 4th of September. Just over a week away, that. Watson using that body movement well to give himself the space. Again, he's on the front foot, Jacob Watson. Makes the run. Drags Zion Christian away from the ball. Sharp measures that one to Brown. Brown up against Jones-Larty again. Halafu. His attack against defence after 21 minutes. Manchester United increasing the pressure on the Charlton penalty area. Carrick finds a good pass to Camacho. Camacho moves it on to De Jong Seros. Takes his man on. Halafu. Cormac. Brown, who's got Shah and Halafu with him. Trying to find the overload, Manchester United. Good block goes in, and it's out for another throw-in.
Yeah, they've just got to make sure they don't get frustrated. They've had a lot of the ball. They've just got to keep passing it quickly, try to move them around, see if they can sort of get that cutting-edge ball into the box that's going to give the strikers some chances to hopefully get this all-important first goal.
With Charlton having so little of the ball in the opening 22 minutes, when they do get it, I'm sure they would like to be a little more careful without giving it away. United making that very difficult, though. Pressure comes so quickly, forces you into making a decision. On occasion, that has been the wrong decision for Charlton. Junior Brown is caught, and a free kick for the Reds.
Yeah. Just upended there.
Into the box, behind it goes, will be a corner for Manchester United. Has been one-sided. Possession stats currently running at 88% in favour of Manchester United. It's a good claim again from Williams, using that height to his advantage. And he's got Peterkin away. Peterkin needed to find a ball through a sea of red shirts. Brilliant recovery running from Darren Fletcher's side. Willingness to get themselves back behind the ball, Arthur.
Well, they've had that much of it. It's easy to get into a mode of like, we're going to get a goal here and we're going to win this comfortably. As soon as you lose the ball, you've got to make sure that you get back quickly, which they've done.
Maybe an opportunity coming for Charlton. Takes a big deflection, goes behind for the corner. A rare foray into the box for the visitors.
Yeah, that's what you've just got to be aware of. He and his teammates into the box. I don't think, well, he eventually got some help from his teammates to get into that box, but hopefully, I think it was Laurie got over there and got the block in to make the tackle.
Laurie has been at the football club for a very long time. Left-footed centre-back, playing on the left side of the two centre-backs. The ball is swung in, too much on that. All the way through and out for a throw-in next to the corner flag. Darren Fletcher. Lovely conversation with him for Inside Carrington last season too. If you haven't seen that, that's worth a little look back at. Again, Manchester United website and app, place to find those first, and also available on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts from. It is going to be a free kick. It's probably the right decision too. A tangle between Peterkin and Rafe McCormack. Watson again, looking forward down the left-hand side. Young Seros. Halafu. Brown, pulled back, takes a deflection, and that's what rescues Charlton on that occasion. Great balance from Halafu. Joan Camacho. Gets it back from Jacob Watson. Rafe McCormack. All in behind for Brown. Hit goalwards, actually comes off the back of Yul Halafu.
Yeah, he's done that well, McCormack, in this first half hour, using the ball well and joining in like a midfield player.
Watson. Good touch from Jarius Shah to pluck that out of the sky. Carrick, Camacho, De Jong Seros. Well, it's probing as Manchester United move the ball left to right, right to left, just looking for a way through. Maybe this is it for Junior Brown, blocked again by Jones Larty. Another block goes in and Jones Larty's going to get there to clear it away.
Yeah, the second shot there was travelling a little bit, might have caused the goalkeeper a problem.
We were talking about patience from this Manchester United side. They use the ball so well, don't they? Left to right, right to left. All they're doing is hoping that one player is caught out of position, at which point they look to put it into the penalty area and cause problems for Logan Williams. Camacho to Halafu. Charlton have got deeper and deeper as the half has worn on. J.C. Carrick finds Conor Laurie. With the centre-backs up and helping out now, Arthur. Both sides, both Rafe McCormack and Conor Laurie.
Both of them getting involved, that's what you've got to do if you need some help. And McCormack especially has done that well, getting onto the ball again, like an auxiliary midfield player.
Trying to force the overload one side or the other. See if you can get one of the midfielders to commit out to one of your centre-backs. That might create you some space. Intricate football on the edge of the penalty area. Well fought for, well won back, and the pressure ratchets up another notch. Pofu to Shah. Shah looking for a ball back into De Jong Seros. Collected by Logan Williams.
Yeah, he's been lively, and his use of the ball's been not bad for the Charlton goalkeeper, but off his line quickly there to smother that one.
Approaching half an hour played. Big deflection will lead to another Manchester United corner. Manchester United's first team head coach Michael Carrick watching on from the sidelines. Preparations well underway for Sunday. Whipped in near post, helped on off the crossbar. Laurie has waved a left boot at it. And Woodwork has come to Charlton's rescue.
I thought there might have been a few shouts for, there didn't seem to be many from the United lads to think that crossed the line or not, obviously off the bar and down.
Well, it does bounce the right side for Charlton.
Good attempt from Laurie there, difficult one to hit.
Translati has won the free kick there. Taken short to Kit Fleming. Can't be collected by Jeche. Good reactions from the spectator on the sidelines not to get clocked in the face with the bouncing ball. Jacob Watson. Oh, it opens up for Jacob Watson as well, and he's going to carry on, and he's into the penalty area. Well, invited to continue running, he did just that.
Yeah, I thought he was going to keep going and go all the way there. Just keep going and you're in the box.
Blocked off at the last minute. Another measured ball in. Watson. Out to the left-hand side. Young Seros into Mpofu. Back to his feet quickly. Slotted home! Brilliant. Joan Camacho applying the finishing touch with the instep of his right boot. It's been coming for half an hour. Manchester United have broken the deadlock. 1-0.
Yeah, good play on that left-hand side, and when it comes back to Comanche, he's only got one sort of thing in his mind, and Pofu does well there to hold that ball up, keeps it down, that's the main thing.
Yeah, it's a lovely little layoff.
He's just got to make sure he keeps that ball down rather than sort of thrashes it, keeps it down and beats the keeper low down to his left-hand side.
Arriving, timed his run brilliantly, and as Pofu got back to his feet, able to just play the shortest of passes into the stride of Joan Camacho. And nothing less than they deserve.
No, exactly that. They've had all the ball. They just need, for me, the strikers want more crosses coming into the box, but they've been patient. That's the main thing.
Loose pass from Charlton, picked up by Carrick. Watson is fouled by Richmond. Junior Brown, Jarius Shah. Back to Halafu. Junior Brown heads for the byline before rolling it back into the feet of the Australian, Jarius Shah. Again, Manchester United just looking to increase the pressure on the Charlton penalty area.
Yeah, just keep that ball moving. You don't want the ball to stand still. Keep that ball moving and just make the Charlton players have to think about where it's going to go, basically.
It's draining as well, isn't it? If you're Charlton having to defend like this.
Demoralising, but you've got to sort of make them get even more tired.
Been a lot of defensive work for Charlton to have to get through in the opening 35. Stood up just a bit too much on it for Junior Brown at the back post.
The right idea to get to the dead ball line, stick a cross in, but unfortunately just a little bit too much on that one.
Well, Manchester United's under-21s got their PL2 campaign off to a sparkling start yesterday evening. 5-0 win over Ipswich at the Progress with Unity Stadium. I'll have the goals from that game for you at half-time in this one. Short throw. Halafu. Good feet.
Just done well to come out of that. I thought he was going to get sort of booted into where the crowd are there.
Really fast footwork from the fullback. Junior Brown, first time ball.
Right idea, early ball going in, just needs a little bit more height on it.
Halafu. Cheche back and marking Junior Brown on this occasion. Sharp. You can see what Mpofu was trying to do, maybe come here for Halafu, but the whistle has already gone. Good finish from Halafu, despite the whistle having already blown. Cheche goes down with a yelp.
No, Halafu doesn't really have to make that challenge. He's going to go nowhere with the ball there. He's got no room.
I think there was masses of contact in there. Enough for the referee to give the free kick. Halafu just gets a grazing stud to that, which is what diverts it safely back to Rafe McCormack. It's been a dominant first half from Manchester United. They'll be looking to try and increase the scoreline, but even if they don't, they will go in at the break delighted with the way that first half has gone, Arthur.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff will be absolutely delighted with what's happened. They've used the ball quickly all the time and used the full width, right-hand side, left-hand side now. Cut offside, they're looking right across the line, just got to make sure he times his run right. But the use of the ball has been excellent. They've just got to try and get that ball in the box when they get the dead ball line, get that ball in early for the strikers.
Looking for the ball around the corner for the runner. Well read by United, and Sharp under a bit of pressure keeps hold of possession too. Laurie to Watson. Camacho back to Watson. De Jong Cyrus. Good balance, finds a pass too. Chance maybe on the edge of the penalty area here for United. Just slightly behind Sharp. Drilled back in towards Camacho. Halafu, Joan Camacho, and Pofu looks for that ball, flicked round the corner again for Jarius Shah. Feels like Charlton on the raggedy edge at the minute, Arthur.
Yeah, they're just hanging on by their sort of short tail really to stop United getting an attempt at goal.
Watson. JC Carrick plays it back to Jacob Watson. Rafe McCormack. Junior Brown. That's a really handy tool, isn't it? That left foot of JC Carrick, and he's got the ability to drive it either right or open himself out and play it left. Pulling the strings at the base of midfield for Manchester United at the moment. Well won. Chance for Carrick. Has a go from distance, sails past the post.
Yeah, had Williams scampering over his goal line there to make sure that that was going wide. Wasn't too far away.
He was making certain. Pressure coming. Look at the red shirts pouring forward. Randall with the ball forward. Again, it's just slightly wayward. Hands possession back to Manchester United. Haven't seen too much of Hardy in the Manchester United goal.
Yeah, he's been a spectator for the best part of this half so far. Let's hope it stays that way.
It's what makes it really hard for goalkeepers, isn't it? Because you can be a spectator for long periods and then all of a sudden called into action from nowhere. Junior Brown just leaves that behind. Quickly followed up by Podgorny tripping over the ball. Pofu into the path of De Jong Saros. Gets his shot in, just leaning back as he made connection, and it's over the bar.
It's worth an attempt. Didn't quite get that right, but at least he's opened up the goals and cutting inside.
Just got underneath it. Lifted it goalwards. Well, Darren Fletcher, I'm sure at half-time will be looking at his side going, I'll have another 45 minutes of that, please. There's two old teammates, two old pals as well. World-class midfielder and a world-class defender for Manchester United. And a couple of European titles between them as well.
Oh, plenty of trophies between them, I think.
I went with the European ones because they were easier to count. Be two for 2 for Wesley Brown and 1 for Michael Carrick, I think. Charlton looking to try and force a way through. It's been rare that they've had possession in these kind of areas in the first 45 minutes. This is Kit Fleming. Comes back to Zion Christian. Randall.
So when you win it, now you've got to sort of hit them quickly if you can.
That's a clear pull.
Pull back there. Big centre half for Charlton there. Randall now allows his team to get all back behind the ball.
I think Jariah Shah's got every right to be a little upset there, because I think he's getting there if he doesn't get pulled back, at which point stop the counter-attack. Just a little bit of frustration from the Manchester United midfielder.
That's what you've got to not allow that to happen. You've got to don't get frustrated. All the United players have had loads of the ball. They've moved it well. They've done ever so well. Sort of the use of the ball's been good. They've just got to hopefully turn it into chances to get that all-important second goal. But don't get frustrated whatever you do. Easier said than done.
That ball over the top is looking for the run, and good feet from Charlie Hardy. Just as we were saying, had very little to do. He's then called into action on the edge of his penalty area.
Yeah, it shows he's paying attention. He's keeping involved, watching exactly what's going on.
Had a goalkeeper playing for the under-18s last campaign. He was excellent with his feet in and around those situations. Cameron Byrne-Hughes has taken the step up to the under-21s. Kept a clean sheet last night. Alafu. Shah being shadowed by Jeche. Alafu shrugs off the advances of Jones-Larty. Junior Brown. Brown with attacking intent. It's good defensive work from Ethan Jeche. McCormack finds JC Carrick. And I would imagine that Charlton are desperate for half-time to arrive, Arthur.
Yeah, but you've got to move that ball, keep that ball moving. And
Carrick finds Camacho. Camacho looks to dink it back across to Mpofu. Not an awful lot of contact there, but down goes Ruben Jones-Larty. Wins his side the free kick, and a bit of a pressure reliever too.
that's exactly what he wanted to happen. It gets him out of trouble. It gives him a chance to boot the ball up the pitch and hopefully, from their point of view, see the time out.
Referee brings the opening 45 minutes to a close, and United lead by a goal to nil through Joan Camacho. Worked by Mpofu in the penalty area, got back to his feet quickly, short pass, and Camacho's right-footed instepped finish has given Manchester United a 1-0 advantage at the break. Half-time at the Carrington Training Centre. Manchester United's under-18s 1, Charlton Athletic 0.
Giggs back to Everett again. Everett, decent ball in. Valencia at the far post. Heads it back down towards Fletcher! Now that is a strike from Darren Fletcher. A special strike into the top corner, and United's possession and pressure has paid off. 1-0.
That's a great strike by Darren Fletcher. You're not hit many better than that, Darren. Well, that's a great strike, son. We needed that.
Great news, United funding.
United, please stand like.
This issue.
United with me funding.
It's
It's a magazine produced by fans to try and ensure that their voice is heard.
It's an independent view of Manchester United.
Every Red has at least one great story.
Gives the fans' point of view, and ultimately that's what we need to hear.
We believe there should be an alternative view.
Our voices were heard.
This is written by supporters, for supporters.
Manchester United means everything.
Now more than ever, there's a need for fanzines.
So much more than the bag that comes with it.
It almost becomes a way of life.
Hello mate, you got to change for a sweater?
It is for the love of the game and the love of the team. It was a troublesome start to 2022 and there was a call put in from Spain, don't worry, I'll sort it out.
In this moment I accepted the challenge.
I actually thought there's no way he's coming to Man United. He can't leave 5 times Champions League Real Madrid.
It was a very important step into what we wanted to achieve.
Dinked into the box, Casemiro! What a header from the Brazilian!
When he speaks, everyone listens.
Header comes in, and the Brazilian does it again!
No matter the game, he's going to give absolute everything to win.
The seasoned campaigner comes up trumps again!
Comes and he says, I told you I'd find you.
He had some pretty tough moments.
He came out and said he should leave football before football leaves him.
He proved the manager wrong that he had to play him.
Look at Casemiro, absolutely phenomenal.
Still a chance here, looping! Casemiro!
He's a real family man. He leads a family life.
The connection with the fans in this club is unbelievable.
I think it shows his love for the game and it shows the love for this club.
No matter what happened, he had a respect for the football club, for the badge.
He gave it all for the club, for the fans.
I think it's going to be a big memory for them.
I feel like we'll never forget that.
How are you feeling ahead of your last game at Old Trafford on Sunday?
Welcome back, Carrington Training Centre, where Manchester United lead Charlton by 1-0 in the Premier League Cup, and a really good performance from Darren Fletcher's side. It has been very, very much one-way traffic, a thoroughly dominant performance, and actually Charlton haven't given Manchester United any need to even have to go through the gears as they've gone through the opening 45 minutes, even though it looks like Manchester United could, if they needed to, Arthur, go through those gears and prove even more challenging for Charlton.
Yeah, they've had lots of the ball. They've just got to make sure they keep using it quickly. Try to give Mpofu up front a little bit more time with crosses gone in for him. But they've certainly had loads of the ball in the middle of the park. The wide players have done well. They've just got to keep it going and hopefully get that second goal.
Here's how the first 45 went. Took just 9 minutes for Manchester United to have their first real opportunity, and down the right-hand side, Junior Brown's been a real threat all afternoon long. This was his opportunity that was blocked, Arthur.
Yeah, he's done well on the right-hand side of Wong, while Afu built right behind him as well. In fact, ahead of him sometimes. Skips past 2 of them there, just doesn't quite get the final shot off right.
Next was a chance from the opposite wing. De Jong Seros dancing down the left, and again he's been a problem down the left-hand side. Charlton really struggling to get to grips with either of those, just couldn't put that into the path of Mpofu.
Yeah, getting to the dead ball line, just try to pull that back for him, but keeper was up to that one.
And then corner, as Conor Laurie up from the back managed to hit the junction of crossbar and post, just waved a left boot at it, couldn't keep it underneath the crossbar, Arthur.
Yeah, he's done well getting his left foot on that. Good shot as well. Thought it might have bounced over the line, but it wasn't to be.
This is where the goal came from, and again it's the young Cyrus who pulls it back to Mpofu, gets back to his feet so quickly, short pass and a drilled finish.
Yeah, Mpofu does well to get the ball again at the second attempt. comes back off a Charlton player and slots it back to Command Show, and he can just make sure he's that close and he keeps it down, he's going to score.
Just pops up so fast. It's a difficult skill to master that, to get back to your feet so quickly. Then we had this opportunity from JC Carrick, who fired with the left foot, and it's only just wide of that far post.
Yeah, just bending wide of that near post. You can always tell by the goalkeeper's reaction. He's scrambling over his goals just to make sure that goes wide.
Well, United, as I say, have dominated possession all the way through, upwards of 85% over the first 45 minutes. Dominated the shots on target, the corners and the scoreline as well, by 1-0, and plenty more to come, I'm sure, from Darren Fletcher's side as we go through the second half. It was one-way traffic last night as well, as the under-21s, managed by Adam Lawrence, took on Ipswich, ran out 5-0 winners, and there's some absolute corkers in here. Have a look at this. Musa in a position that we weren't anticipating seeing him in. Gabriel going to chop back in the area here, lays it off, real opportunity, chance and a goal, and really well taken by Victor Musa. Chop back onto his left foot, bottom left-hand corner, and inside 2 minutes, United lead by 1-0.
Yeah, he started and finished that move, Victor Musa. Obviously playing on the right-hand side, but does tend to favour his left foot, and a lovely run off the back by JJ Gabriel. Little Cruyff turn, and just there you thought, oh, has the chance gone? But he made the space, goalkeeper probably unsighted, and he just strokes it into the bottom corner. It's a really, really good start.
Thompson. Squeezes it through, it's a lovely touch, and a brilliant finish too. Manchester United double their advantage inside 10 minutes. Jack Fletcher with the finishing touch.
Well, we're not even 10 minutes into the game, and we've already seen 4 or 5 players that are exploiting space that Ipswich are giving United, and this time it's Jack Fletcher. Clever little ball. I'm not quite sure what the captain, Mazionis, was doing.
Fletcher finds Ibrahimov. Ibrahimov looking to measure that ball up and over the top. Gabriel stands a really good chance of getting there too. Does get there, pulls it back. Camerson, oh, that's an absolute rocket. An exocet off the right boot of Jayden Camerson. And Manchester United, after just over half an hour, lead Ipswich by 3-0.
It's the pick of the bunch so far. It's an incredible finish. And again, it's the movement up front. I actually thought the goalkeeper retreated there. He should really have come for that. He would have been favourite if he'd have not been on his heels. But let's take nothing away from that finish. JJ Gabriel in behind again.
Tyler Fletcher rattles a delivery, and it's a brilliant header. And Dan Armour adds his name to the score sheet. Real quality on the cross, and a thumping header from the centre half.
That's a great ball. Again, using the pace. We saw Albert Mills earlier trying to do the same thing, but on this occasion, I don't even think Dan Armour jumps.
Goal scorer for Manchester United, number 4, Dan Armour.
It's a great ball through the middle. Gabriel, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Lovely scoop, back of the net. And it's 5 for Manchester United. The ball through, inch perfect, and Gabriel applies the finish. Manchester United 5, Ipswich 0.
Well, the goals just keep getting better and better, don't they? I mean, you just touched on it there about the confidence that you can have when you're 4 goals to the good. But that's a brilliant ball from Jack Fletcher, and it's a really good first touch from JJ Gabriel, his second one.
Yeah, brilliant start to the Premier League 2 season for Manchester United. A lot of the under-18s that we were watching last season gone up into that side. In fact, Manchester United's starting 11 didn't have a player older than 19 years old in the under-21s yesterday, which makes a big difference, especially in a season where the under-21s will be providing players for the UEFA Youth League when that gets underway, with Manchester United back in Champions League action. Manchester United's under-19s will play in the UEFA Youth League as well, so both under-18 U18s and under-21s able to provide some players for that. So that'll be exciting to see what they come up with. Charlton deciding to do their team talk out on the field, haven't gone back inside. So they're just trying to find a way to gain a little bit of control. They're not out of the game by any stretch of the imagination, Arthur, but they've struggled to have any kind of platform or control in the opening 45 minutes.
Yeah, not while it's at 1. They still think they're in the game, and they're quite rightly so. And we've seen that it only takes one attack to suddenly put you under pressure, especially Hardy's not been involved that much, but he got involved a couple of times just before half-time. But it's a difficult game for them because they know they're going to be defending all the time. They knew that before they came here. It would be a difficult task for them to put up a good show, but certainly at 1 goal you're always still in it.
Yeah, deep conversations going on from Jason Pearce as he tries to just give them a couple of little pointers and guidelines, something that might help against the Manchester United side who have dominated possession. And actually, I think the thing with Manchester United over the course of that 45 minutes, we mentioned it a couple of times, they're really patient on the ball. They will continue to move it left and right. They're more than happy to have the ball at their feet, and they'll just try and it's almost death by 1,000 cuts, isn't it? If they can keep moving the ball, eventually you're going to get yourself caught out. Not only that, it's draining, having to defend, energy-wise, having to defend like that for 45 minutes. The energy levels eventually will come to a point where they drop off a cliff.
Yeah, it only takes one lapse of concentration from one of the defenders not doing his so-called covering, and they've got a problem. But they know they've got to be on their toes, and United, I think, will have a lot of possession again, so they've just got to make sure they use that ball well, use the full width of the pitch, but they've done that very well, going down the right, going down the left. The midfield players have done well, even the centre-backs. McCormack's come forward with the ball many a time, like another midfield player, and slotted the ball out wide quite a few times. So you've just got to keep going and hopefully get that second goal, which makes things a little bit different.
What do you think that Darren Fletcher has said to his side at half-time? Because there was nothing wrong with the performance at all, and certainly, you go in leading by 1-0 in a cup game, you're going to be delighted. I get the feeling that Darren Fletcher might want the intensity to go up another notch, which is a little bit scary for Charlton.
Yeah, you've just got to move that ball around, especially as you know they're going to have a lot of the ball again. Move that ball around quickly, don't take too many touches, and sort of tire the opposition out, because as the minutes tick by, people get more tired all the time. We talked about lapses in concentration. That's what you've got to prey on. And if you can get that second goal, things become a little bit easier. And the opposition might come out a little bit more, but certainly at 1, they still think they're in the game.
Well, sides are on their way back for the beginning of the second half. Just enough time for me to let you know that if you enjoy watching academy football, Manchester United's under-18s back in action against Everton on Saturday, 5-11. We start for an 11 o'clock kickoff in the under-18s Premier League North, and that's not the end of the football over the next few days, because Manchester United's men's first team back in action on Sunday. 4:30 kickoff against Ipswich. Matchday Live will be with you from 3:30 for all of the build-up, including the team news and the arrivals as well, as Manchester United get themselves ready for their second game in the Premier League this season, looking to bounce back from that defeat to Hull on the opening day. So Manchester United's under-18s out and ready to go. So too Charlton. Can't see any changes on the far side of the field at the moment, so it looks like it'll be very similar, if not exactly the same, the two 11s that start the second half. Referee making sure everybody's ready to go. I'll run you through the two 11s again in a second. False start on the halfway line. And we are underway in the second half with Manchester United leading Charlton Athletic by 1-0 in the Premier League Cup. And Darren Fletcher's side looking to extend their advantage against the Addicts. All the way back to Hardy. Tense running from Charlton at the beginning of the second half as they look to put a little bit of pressure on. Clearance is a good one though. It's Manchester United that have the throw. So United have Hardy in goal, back four from right to left of Halafu, McCormack, Laurie and Watson. Jarius Shah and JC Carrick, the two in midfield, with De Jong, Seros, Camacho and Junior Brown behind Cameron and Pofu, who leads the line for Manchester United. In terms of the visitors, Charlton have Williams in goal, Mavuti, Randall and Jones-Larty as the back three. Laurent, right wing back, Richmond left wing back, Christian and Fleming behind that front three. Peterkin in the middle with Jeche and Podgorny behind him. Shah. Laurie out to Watson. Really positive game so far for Jacob Watson. He's been on the front foot as much as possible. He's got the cross in here as well. Chance for Camacho. His right-footed effort drilled wide of the mark.
Yeah, he's done well there, Watson, getting the ball out his feet in his own half, carrying it over the halfway line, knocking it out wide, gets a return, picks out a United player, Camacho was, and doesn't quite hit that as well as he knows he probably can. Good attempt though, right thing to do. Ball rolled into you, hit it.
So Jean Saros with the outside of his right boot, cushioning that pass perfect weight into the path of Watson. That is a fine skill to possess. It's a better ball forward from Charlton. Maybe a chance building here. Podgorny gets it back and now attacking the edge of the 18-yard box. Doesn't get past Yul Halafu. Carrick sweeps up on the edge of the 18-yard box, finds Edson De Jong Saros. He's still going, it's good running. Opportunity here. Pofu's left-footed effort is blocked. Randall just doing enough to get there. And then Pofu over physical, according to the referee.
He'd done ever so well to sprint back, and Pofu and try to put him under pressure there. Just doesn't quite have to make a challenge like that. Maybe a bit disappointed with the attempt he had, but it was a good block by the Charlton defender.
Peterkin looking to hurry up Manchester United's goalkeeper Hardy. Laurie finds McCormack. Referee gives the free kick. Unwanted attention on Jarius Shah.
Yeah, he's getting a bit of climbing from his midfield opponent there, Fleming, climbing all over his back there, I think.
Chance maybe for Junior Brown. Pulled back to Halafu. Halafu's effort, brilliant finish. And a cutting counter-attack from Manchester United, finished brilliantly by the right-back, Yul Halafu.
Yeah, the two of them have done ever so well in that first half, and they've carried it into the second half. Halafu there, getting into the box, just making sure he keeps his strike down, hitting it across Williams. Brown's done ever so well, knows where he is, he doesn't even think about it, just hit it first time, which he does, and gets an all-important second goal.
Keeps his knee over it, hits it low, across the goalkeeper. Little glance up from Junior Brown, finds his man perfectly, and a first-time finish from Yul Halafu. 2-0 Manchester United, 5 minutes into the second half. That's exactly the start to the second period they would have wanted, Arthur.
Exactly it. You know, he'd done that a few times in the first half, getting into the box, got crowded out a lot. But the two of them have worked ever so well throughout this game. Good combination.
Coming the other way, rain on Richmond. Keeps hold of the ball, eventually dispossessed by the opposite number 7, Junior Brown. Edson de Jong-Seros. Needed a little bit of help, didn't he? Just got sandwiched between a couple of Charlton players.
Yeah, and there's going to be more tackles coming into him the longer he keeps the ball. He's done it well holding them off, then it's time to get rid of it.
A chance maybe coming from a Pofu. Manages to make the initial challenge, and somehow Kit Fleming has managed to keep his feet and win the ball back in a really dangerous spot.
Yeah, it was only 6-7 yards for his own goal line there.
Laurent. Safely into the hands of Hardy. Never really been in any bother, have they, Manchester United, in the opening 52 minutes? Couple of forays forward for Charlton, but nothing to worry United.
Only the last few minutes of that half, they had a couple of forays into United's half, but other than that, they had a lot of defending to do.
McCormack.
Yeah, he does well, driving with the ball and then picks a pass out.
Oh, it's been given away. Not quite. Looked like it had been played a little short for the defender. That one can't be controlled. United will have another throw-in. Another attacking throw-in. Brown past his man. One touch too many before he sees the ball stolen off his toes.
He's done everything right there to drive into the box like that. He's just done the hard bit, then just slot it into a United shot that's free.
Richmond. Just trying a bit too hard. Tangle of legs. And that is Manchester United's striker back and defending inside his own penalty area.
Exactly, yeah. If you're, I'd say him stay further up the pitch. We've got enough red shirts getting back that can do that. We want you doing or hurting them in the other box.
Commitment to the cause. Good touch from Halafu. Sharp. Camacho. de Jong-Seros. Drills it near post. Clawed away by Logan Williams.
Yeah, he's done well there again. I thought he was going to cut inside on his right foot. He's very strong. Hits that one in with his left foot. Williams has got to make sure he's got his near post covered there.
Well, goalkeepers don't like being beaten at the near post, do they? So it gets two strong hands to it. I say that, goalkeepers don't like being beaten full stop.
Yeah, exactly.
I was wondering what that was given for. Offside is the answer to the question.
We'll do it then.
Williams looking to get the ball away. Possession stats have swung back slightly in Charlton's favour. It's now only 81% possession for Manchester United over 55 minutes of football.
Well, you probably understand, or people, they're going to come out the second half with a little bit more of a, especially losing 1-0 at half time, they've got to come out a little bit and try and impose themselves on the game. Difficult for them to do, but that's what they've possibly tried to do. But then they quickly let in a second goal, so it makes the mountain even bigger for them to claw back into it. But United have done ever so well, just making sure they use the full width of the pitch and create more chances if they can.
Good pass from Camacho, scorer of the first goal, to find Junior Brown. Brown pulls that back to the edge of the penalty area. JC Carrick hits it and deflects wide off the outstretched boot of Harry Randall.
Yeah, big left foot sticking out there. Williams, I think, maybe he's possibly got that covered, but it's a good hit from the edge of the box from Carrick there.
The first time that we've seen Carrick hit those in this game from that kind of range. Halafu, scorer of the second for Manchester United, finds a Pofu, whose right-footed effort rattles across the 6-yard box.
Typical striker's shot there. One to control, other one to quickly hit. Flashes across the goals. Yeah, Williams hoping that's going wide, which it did do. Good striker's attempt from Mpofu there, though. Quickly hit that.
First change. It's going to be Ethan Jeche, who makes way. Confirm who's come on for you. Right now, Jaden Twum is onto the field. Given away by Charlton. Good turn. Randall drags back Junior Brown by his shorts, and that's enough for the referee to fish the first yellow card of the afternoon out of his pocket.
Unfortunately for him, he's got to do that, really. Blatant sort of attempt to stop somebody in their run.
He just got caught wrong side, didn't he? And felt like he had to drag him down. The referee won't have too many easier decisions than that over the course of the game. Confirmation of that Charlton substitution on your screen now. Jeche to make way, and Twum on to replace him. Scored against Fleetwood last time out, 3-1 win for Charlton. All over the top. Junior Brown looks to get the early shot away. Goalkeeper has narrowed the angle sufficiently to be able to make the save.
Yeah, difficult one from the hit there. It's bouncing. Thought he was going to hit that with his right, but he elected to hit that with his left. He almost beat Williams.
United looking to work their way through again. It's a good turn from Mpofu. Try and pull that back. He had runners on the edge of the penalty area. It was the right decision.
Great turn. Left his defender for dead there, and 2-3 red shots there, just hoping he's going to cut that back, which he tried to do.
Charlton caught sleeping. Another good turn from Mpofu's left-footed effort. Big save this time. Drops. Shot comes in from De Jong Seros, and it's over the top.
Yeah, and Mpofu's unlucky there. He's done everything right again. Gets the ball out of his feet, hits that with his left. Williams saves that with his feet. De Jong's just knocked it over the bar.
Randall's done just about enough. So, Shah leaving the field, and so too De Jong Seros. One of the two to come on is Jay McAvoy for Manchester United. On your screen now. And the second one is McLaughlin. So McAvoy will likely sit in central midfield. McLaughlin will be the replacement out wide on the left-hand side. Carrick, McAvoy, foul, and a free kick to Manchester United with 30 minutes left to play. Reds leading by 2-0. Joan Camacho and Yul Halafu on the score sheet. Pofu and Junior Brown with the assists for those goals, and confirmation of the changes in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen now. Another throw-in, another attacking throw-in for Manchester United. Junior Brown's been incredibly busy down that right-hand side, Arthur.
Yeah, Halafu just knocking the ball to him there. Two of them had a lot of the ball the whole sort of 60 minutes that they've played. Yusuf has been excellent as well.
Well, I'm not sure how Raynor Richmond's arguing that one. It's a clear hand over the shoulder, and as soon as Jacob Watson feels that contact, he's entitled to go down, and it is a free kick. First time ball towards McLaughlin is intercepted, and Pofu, so aware though. Two Charlton defenders sleeping. Brown goes down. Referee with a decision to make here. It's going to allow play to continue. Shot from Camacho is just wide.
I thought it was Holt getting held back there. Referee looked as if he was close enough to sort of give a decision there, but didn't bother.
You think he's just played the advantage because it fell to a Manchester United player?
Possibly, yeah. That's a bit of grappling there. Comes back to Camacho, he's not that far away from putting United 3 up.
Certainly isn't. Bending effort, just not quite enough whip on it. JC Carey. McCormack finds McAvoy. Laurie to Carrick. McLaughlin keeps it going. Camacho. And Pofu with another great turn into the penalty area. Is this the chance for Cameron and Pofu? Sliding tackle comes in. A crunching one, and it's safely with Logan Williams.
Just a bit unlucky there, got the ball at his feet quickly. Turnley just unfortunately probably knocked it a little bit too far ahead of himself, allows a challenge to come in.
It's a really good tackle from Ruben Jones-Larty. Don't time that one right, you're giving a penalty away for certain. He's won the ball cleanly. McLaughlin. Away it goes.
Yeah, good play again from McCormack, right up with the play up, right up against the defender, wins the ball, and sets United on the attack again.
Alan McLaughlin is dual eligible, could play for Scotland or England. Has played in the Scotland under-17 setup. Friendly caps, Euro qualifying caps. I think I'm right in saying he's from Fife.
Right. Well, with a name like that, you'd expect him to be from north of the border.
Down on the chest of Harlem McLaughlin. Calmly done from Conor Laurie. Oh, then he gets pickpocketed by Richmond, gets it across, and more brilliant covering defending from Yor Halafu. Reads the game so well, doesn't he?
Yeah, slotted in there and just won that ball when the Charlton player overran it.
McAvoy fires the pass out to Camacho. On to Brown. Brown's going to run again. Jones-Larty hasn't got the answer for the pace this time. Another big save, chance for Mpofu. Cleared away again by Charlton. Mpofu's found himself in some really positive positions. He'll be wondering how on earth he hasn't found himself on the score sheet, I think, Arthur.
Yeah, still a bit of time left, and let's hope he can get on that score sheet, but he's certainly, it's not for the want of trying anyway.
I think he deserves a goal for his efforts. I think he's been excellent. Cameron Mpofu. Hard to say that anyone's had a bad game, to be fair. Everybody has played wonderfully well. Camacho. Junior Brown, again using that pace, puts it back across goal. And the back post delivery. There's nobody home. Wide of the mark. All of a sudden, Junior Brown has got the pace to beat Jones-Larty, who is wading through treacle a little bit there as he tries to get close to him.
Yeah, he's done that a few times, especially in the second half. Almost picked a United player out.
Camacho looking to get underneath this one. McLaughlin. McAvoy. It's a little late. Takes the standing foot too. Kit Fleming will be penalised by the referee with that free kick. The referee just saying.
A little bit of frustration there, I think. Watson lets it run across his body and pass the ball. Yeah, just caught late.
Couple more Manchester United changes on the way. Mpofu and Camacho leaving the field. Good performance from both of them. An assist and a goal between the two of them. Louis Bradbury will come on to lead the line for United. And the other one is Emmanuel Zero, who is onto the field as well. Louis Bradbury has got that sort of fox in the box name tag, hasn't he? Changes coming here. Yeah, I just thought that Ruben Jones-Larty had run his race. He was just struggling for a bit of pace the last couple of times he's been taken on by Junior Brown. He's one of 4 changes here. Next one's going to be Podgorny, who leaves the field. We'll go through these changes once we're back underway. Throw in for Manchester United, far side of the field. United coming forward again here. Zero trying to attack. Knocked out of play. So, Liam Hamann-Chains, Mikhail Simons and Lauren Rodrigo de Castro, 3 of the 4 changes that we've just seen for Charlton. United looking to come forward again. And Samuel Ayamide is the 4th change for Charlton. Halafu. When you see the changes at this stage of the game, Arthur, it can, on occasion, just become a little disjointed. United trying to make sure that that doesn't happen. They're into the penalty area again, and it's swept clear by Charlton. It can just take 4 or 5 minutes, can't it, for these players to get up to the pace of the game?
Yeah, exactly that. And you're going to get that. You always get that in the last 20 minutes of most matches. You just got to make sure you concentrate right and keep everybody together, really, and keep your concentration up there.
Exactly what Laurie does to get that ball away. And again, keeps his concentration as the ball is up to the edge of the 18-yard box, gets it clear. Hamann-Chains. Back to Simons. Intercepted. Rafe McCormack looking for Zero. Zero pulled backwards, and Simons is penalised for the foul on the Manchester United winger.
Yeah, the spin of the ball just went in his favour there, and Charlton defender just seems as if he's got to bring him down.
Manuel Zero's story is a good one. I'll talk to you about that in just a second, as the ball is in, deflected and behind for the corner. Actually, from West London, from one of the football academies, grassroots football academies down there, who try and help youngsters in London find a way into football. Came through the Creative Academy, joined Manchester United, now on a scholarship with the Reds, and just goes to show that these grassroots coaching setups can work wonders. Swept in swinging delivery. Everybody's gone near post though, and that is going to go out of play for a throw in next to the corner flag. (16 minutes to go. I'm sure that Darren Fletcher will be pretty pleased with the performance that he's seen from his young Reds today.
Oh, they've done everything right. They've created chances and they've continued it in the second half. Play the ball sharply like they're doing now.
McLaughlin can't get it back to Junior Brown. Jay McAvoy, when he comes onto the field, does give a little bit of energy. Loves a tackle in the centre of the field as well. Been with United since under 9s level. Represented both Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland at youth level. Dual eligible there as well. Actually grouped together with Rafe McCormack, who has been at Manchester United since the same time. He is, again, a Republic of Ireland international. Good football. McLaughlin comes back to JC Carrick. McAvoy just opens his body out to take that round the corner, then finds a lovely pass into Junior Brown. Junior Brown to the byline, pulls it back, stopped by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, clever piece of play there, getting to the dead ball line again.
That's gone out for a corner. Clever football, though, down the left-hand side this time for United. We've seen an awful lot come down the right, but on that occasion, causing problems down the opposite side of the field. Just waiting for this change as Conor Laurie makes way. He's had a very good game to be replaced by Emsden James. Harley Emsden James onto the field. Didn't get on against City at the weekend, so an opening appearance for him this season for the under-18s. Towards the back post, it's just held up, hasn't it, in the breeze at the Carrington Training Centre. Emsden James gets a toe in there to win the ball back. McLaughlin down the right to Zero. Back to McLaughlin on the run. Carrick. JC Carrick has been the playmaker this afternoon. Everything has gone through him. Watson. Emsden James. Calmly back to Hardy. And again, as the second half has progressed, Charlton have seen less and less of the ball as Manchester United dominated control. Junior Brown dances past a couple, and then Watson can't get on the end of that. Deflects fortuitously into the feet of Watson, whose left-footed effort is blocked by a sliding intervention.
Yeah, they've had to do that a few times, Charlton. Last-ditch tackles. This time, Watson's just picking out that far corner.
Brown standing over the corner. McAvoy receives it short. McLaughlin in the half space comes central. McAvoy slides this one in for Zero, puts it across the penalty area, and it's 3. Met brilliantly by Rafe McCormack, and the captain puts the icing on the cake. Manchester United 3, Charlton 0.
Yeah, great ball in again, getting to the dead ball line. Difficult for defenders to deal with that. When the ball comes in, McCormack's at the back post there sliding in.
They're queuing up at the back post, Arthur.
Red shirt behind him, he sort of took it off his toes, I think, but we'll let him off with that. I don't know whether it was Bradbury there coming in at the back post. It's a striker's finish anyway, that's the main thing.
Smiles all round. And the skipper adding the third for the Reds. Good turn from Richmond. Lafu can't bring that one under control. I said Jay McAvoy liked to tackle in the middle of the field. That one ends up with Zion Christian on the ground. Referee just asking Jay McAvoy to calm things down a little. Halafu. Chance again for 0. Has a go himself and forces another decent save out of Logan Williams.
Yeah, Williams had to be alert there. Again, ball out his feet. 0. Not a lot of back lift. Fires that goal, but keeper, I think, has done well there, actually saving that with his feet in the end.
Actually played very well, the Charlton keeper. McAvoy opens his body out, and again the shot is at a well-positioned midriff of Logan Williams. Another simple decision for the referee. Clear tug of the shirt of your Halafu. James starts the move going again. McAvoy through the middle. Looking for Bradbury. Bradbury, one of those strikers that will not give things up.
Oh, he'll chase everything. He'll chase the defenders into making mistakes.
Terrier-like in his tenacity to chase those things down. He's made a good run here as well. Gets there, Louis Bradbury. Finds 0. JC Carrick. It's opened up for JC Carrick as well. Takes another step. Junior Brown. Watson. Just waits before trying to get to that one. Can't keep it in play though. Been a good performance from this young group, Arthur.
Yeah, Watson just unlucky there. It never stayed in play for him, just ran out. Solid performance again all around the pitch from everyone.
McAvoy clashing with Richmond. Addicts with the free kick. Yamide. I think the referee has called both of those absolutely spot on. I don't think there was enough in the first one, and there's clear contact in the second half.
Exactly, yeah, the second one definitely.
Scorer of the third, and Manchester United captain Rafe McCormack starting off the move here for Darren Fletcher's side. Watson. Can't find the pass down the left, so spins in the opposite direction. Carrick. Halafu. It's a good ball to set United moving again. Just deflects off the heels of Halafu on the way through. Richmond up against Watson. Richmond gets the cross in. Will be a Manchester United goal kick.
Yeah, big striker just unlucky there. I just couldn't keep that in play.
Michael Carrick on the left, Academy Director Stephen Torpey on the right.
A bit unfortunate there. Don't think there was any malice intended.
There's probably a connection. I think free kick is probably just about right, isn't it? Again, Charlton just run out of ideas. They've had no answers to the questions that Manchester United have asked over 86 minutes. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you, in these cup competitions, just come up against a side that is better than you on the day. That's exactly what's happened to Charlton today.
Yeah, they've done everything right, United. Moved the ball around. Second half, as players get tired, things open up a little bit more. More chances become available. Certainly they've kept it going, kept the pressure going, United, but with the ball that they've had. Loads of the ball, used it very well.
A chance maybe for Charlton in the closing stages. The effort just not able to be pulled on target by Twum. Made the run brilliantly, but his left-footed effort is wide.
A couple of his teammates trying to get up there as quick as they can, but attempt at goal never bothered Hardy.
Alafu goes back to his goalkeeper, who goes long. Both teams trying to win the second ball. It is Charlton that come away with it. Rodriguez de Castro blocked off. And there's a United player caught there as well. Is that Jay McAvoy that's gone down? There's an opportunity for Ayamide to get a ball into the box, which is lifted clear. McLaughlin bounces off a couple of challenges. Good strength. Into the final couple of minutes of normal time. Zero. Halafu. Junior Brown now. As United go looking for a fourth. Halafu. Carrick. McAvoy can't get on the end of that one. Here is Bradbury closing down. Mentioned it before, just doesn't give you any time, does he, Arthur?
No, he doesn't. And defenders, some of them have never played against him before. We'd be a little bit surprised how quickly he runs from one to the other and does it all on his own as well.
Final 60 seconds of normal time before any additions at the end. Manchester United will be looking at progressing in the Premier League Cup. Charlton looking to have the final say. Richmond plays that against the legs of Watson, behind for a lesser spotted Charlton corner.
Yeah, chance for one of their players to try and make a name for themselves.
Just the third corner of the game for Charlton. It's underneath the crossbar and safely collected by Hardy. "20 shots for Manchester United to Charlton's 2, 11 of those on target to Charlton's 2. There's been a one-sided affair this afternoon in favour of Manchester United. Into stoppages. I think both sides understand that the game is probably over, Arthur.
Yeah, they've run their legs off Charlton, especially in that first half. They had to do. But United's use of the ball's been excellent. They're still doing it now. Just being patient, using both sides of the pitch, making the pitch as big as possible.
Even that long ball out to zero is it's a high percentage one, isn't it? That's well won back too.
He's made a good impression since he's been on. He's lively, getting involved.
Carrick. Halafu. Zero. Halafu continues that run, but Zero comes short to McLaughlin. Ball in behind for Bradbury to try and chase onto. It's good strength inside the penalty area to keep the man from Shrewsbury at bay. Referee spots a free kick in there. I thought the ball had changed direction.
Yeah, he got his foot on it. Eh? That's the main thing. If you're sliding in, you've got to make some contact with the ball, which I thought he did do.
I can't imagine that there's going to be too much longer added on at the end of this. Maybe another 30 seconds or so before the referee calls time on it. And I think that Darren Fletcher will be pleased, Arthur.
Oh, I'd be delighted. 3-0 scoreline, could have been more. Everybody's played a part. And the most important thing is they've kept it going right up until the 90th minute.
Yeah, the referee brings the game to a close, and a comfortable victory for Manchester United's under-18s against Charlton in the Premier League Cup. Joe Camacho opening the scoring for the Reds. Double advantage by Yor Halafu, the other side of half-time, and then Rafe McCormack, the captain, in your picture now, managing to make it 3, arriving at the back post. Decent cross from the left-hand side to make it 3-0. And Manchester United run out winners in the Premier League Cup. Full-time at the Carrington Training Centre. Manchester United 3, Charlton Athletic 0. Really good work from United. They will be absolutely pleased with the way things have gone, Arthur, and they're through to the next round of this competition. You can't ask for much more than that.
That's exactly what you can do. Just make sure you're in the hat for the next round. And the draw, they've come up against a side that they don't normally come up against, so they won't know a lot of their players, and vice versa as well for them. But certainly United done everything asked of them. Use of the ball was great, and they created chances for everybody.
Certainly did. Here is the story of the game. Manchester United with plenty of opportunities. This was as close as they got before they opened the scoring, as Laurie hit the bar.
He's done ever so well to get an attempt at goal there for a defender, really. Swinging his boot at that, past the front post.
And then Manchester United did open the scoring. It's good work inside the penalty area from several United players, but just watch Joe Camacho arriving after Mpofu gets back to his feet, sharpish, plays that short pass, and a good finish.
Yeah, he's done well getting up off the ground after that initial attempt, and then laying it on a plate for Camacho. Keeps it down well.
Done very well indeed. And that was 1-0. Manchester United heading towards half-time. And as I say, just the other side of half-time, 50 minutes on the clock-ish. And it was Manchester United that doubled their lead. Really good work down the right from Junior Brown, and a good finish too from Halafu.
Yeah, good work from them too, who linked up well throughout the whole 90 minutes. Halafu keeps that down, got himself in the box a few times in the first half. This is the start of the second half, and all-important second goal for United to make it easier.
From that point onwards, it returned to being one-way traffic for Manchester United. They dominated, as I've said, control and possession throughout the game. This was the young Cyrus down the left-hand side as he got himself into the penalty area. Goalkeeper Logan Williams actually did pretty well over the course of the game, Arthur.
He's not expecting that. Most goalkeepers would expect that to go in the wide part of the goals, further across him, but he stands up well there at the near post to stop that attempt.
Just 5 minutes later, double opportunity for Manchester United, and Pofu rolling off the back into the penalty area. Lovely turn this, and a good save, and then a chance for the young Seros, puts it over the top.
Yeah, and Pofu, very unlucky not to be on the score sheet today, but he gave a good account of himself up front.
Yeah, excellent goalkeeping again. A rangy stopper, Logan Williams, several saves. Then Joe Camacho looking to get on the end of this one, and Pofu with the work to pick out Junior Brown. Brown dancing through the penalty area as this falls for Camacho. He bends it goalwards, just can't tuck it inside the post.
Yeah, he's done everything right there, just quite couldn't get enough bend on it to steer it in.
Body position was absolutely spot on from Joe Camacho. Just couldn't wrap the boot around it enough. Well, this was where Manchester United's third came from. Down the left-hand side, clever ball from McAvoy, zero with the cross. They were queuing up at the back post, and Rafe McCormack nipping in front of Louis Bradbury to turn it home.
Yeah, McCormack done ever so well throughout the whole 90 minutes, pushing up, and he's in the box here as a centre-half. He's sliding in like a striker.
Big grin on the captain's face as he made it 3-0 to Manchester United. 87 minutes it took to really see the only chance of the game for Charlton. It was the substitute Twoom that made it all the way to the edge of the penalty area. His shot wide.
Yeah, his cross shot was almost going to fall, you thought, for one of the Charlton players, but wide of the far post.
And that was that. Manchester United run out 3-0 winners against Charlton Athletic. They're back in action on Saturday, 5 minutes to 11. We are on air for an 11 o'clock start in the Under-18s Premier League North against Everton. Full-time, though, at the Carrington Training Centre. United are through to the next round of the Cup. They've beaten Charlton by 3 goals to 0.